Alright guys, so we got a developer's letter over here. So it's only been 4 days into the season, and then the game has been on fire since then because there's two primary things to address in just throughout the 4 days is the lack of AFK rewards, and then the other thing is talking about the true damage from Marlene and Corrine. So I'm just gonna get straight to the point. There's definitely not necessary to make this really long. So they definitely, are saying that they are going to be increasing the reward for the AFK stages. So now we are getting back the diamonds, invite letters, and all that good stuff. So people were complaining they were not, there's nothing in there. So now they're adding that back. And then the legend trials, they're also going to be adding back invite letters. There's going to be title essence 360, temporal essence up to 120 as well. So that's pretty nice. And then they're also going to be adding faction acorn in there as well for every 10 levels until level 90. And then they're also going to be adding more rewards to the the corrupt creature, and then enhancing the reward for the battle drill, and then adjusting the diamonds reward in the small and medium chests found on maps. So we have that. So they're definitely stepping into the right direction. So I think just over the course of the last 3 days, especially on Reddit, probably on Discord, like I think the game has been under a lot of pressures. Like I want to say most of the content creator did kind of like just go on Reddit to see what's going on, and then once they dropped this newsletter, I know probably like a good 90 to 100% of the content creator had made news specific on this. Is as if they don't even know us. Yeah, that's been fixed or whatever. But there we go. We have that. And then they're talking about Marlene and then Korean not performing as effective right now. They're talking about right now is because of the fact that we have not reached the endless mode. So I think this is definitely something we panic a little bit too early, because right now, as people were testing it out, they were only in common one or two, or even just common one. So there was just no way to get into the higher difficulty to actually try it out. So I think for us, for the player base, we kind of jumped the gun a little bit early, and then we took it for granted as far as that new changes to the dream round. So they thought everything was aligning. They thought Marlene and Korean is just getting the ultimate shot or whatever, but it's not the case. I think we just got debated, not really debated, but we just didn't understand the mechanics enough to that it's endless mode is not going to be effective, because I think when most of the creators were talking about how busted Marlenes and Koreans are, I think most of the time they were already in the endless mode already. So it does not really make sense to talk about the earlier phases when I guess it's a little bit different. Who knows? But I'm glad that they were able to kind of address that, and they're talking about trying to use the new season artifacts as a way to formulate different formation, because with different artifacts that they have, they are actually pretty nice as well. So they have that in there. And lastly, it's just a question about what's the plan for the season, and it's just like, oh, I'm confused about what's going to happen. So they're talking about that each season is gonna last 4 months, and then new contents are planned to release at a steady pace. They are scheduling an update for each month, bringing new content, features, reward, and other exciting content. But we will not be introducing any new progression features in this season. As you progress, your stats growth will significantly cap after reaching a certain level, similarly to what happening in the starter story, like the pyramid style, like what we were used to. For them, this is kind of a way to prevent significant power gap between new and veteran players in the middle and later stage of the season. I never really get the reasoning behind like the power gap, or kind of trying to make everyone around the same power level in a way, because like this game is not a true PvP game. So I know there's leaderboard, and leaderboard in any game is a very tempting thing for a player to go haywire and trying to push to the max. But with that said, if you guys are a free-to-play player, just don't look at the leaderboard, or just don't be of a concern of like, oh, power crap or power gap between players to players, because you guys are playing this PvE game at your own pacing. There is definitely no need or any of a concern to chase any of the power differences in a way. Play at your own pacing and then just try and enjoy the game. Because if you always care about the power gap, like the trying to get to the next milestone or whatever, this is probably not a game for you. So probably play like the actual traditional PvP game in a way, so you don't have that problem. But yeah, so they're just talking about that. So there's just a lot of like steadily update for this next 4 months in a way. So we have that, but I'm definitely glad that they did take the time to address like the elephants in the room, because like if they don't do anything, I feel like the game, like they just gonna constantly flame the game for I don't know how long. So I'm definitely glad they are taking an approach. But other than that, I think that's gonna be pretty much it. So you guys definitely let me know how you feel about the new changes coming into for the new season. Is it good? Is it bad? Do you guys think it's enough, or you guys think they have done enough already, or whatever? So you guys definitely let me know. But other than that, that is going to be pretty much it, and I'll be catching you guys all on the next one.